What's up, guys? I'm Sean Larson, and I have some of the best proof in the industry that I get results with hot girls. And that proof is right here. Now, this is a girl that I pulled in New York City in the meatpacking district when I was just going out about, approaching girls. And this is a girl that I got from online dating apps. She is half Indonesian, half white. So, yeah, I met her
How
on the
many
dating
you grab?
apps and I got her from there.
Huh?
And here she is after we've already banged, just chilling with me at my apartment with her curvy big ass and everything, right? And I think here I was just like getting her a ride to go back home, whatever the fuck, right? So that's what's going on in this clip. And in the next clip here, that's coming up,
Does you? Huh? Yeah.
I'm here kissing this girl. She's
Come here.
Asian. She's an Asian girl, and I'm kissing her. And we
Get
go
me water.
to the kitchen, and I ask
the
her to
fridge.
get me a water. Just messing around, like whatever, I
Yeah.
just wanted to see if she'll, it's like a
Yeah.
compliance test, I want to see
me
if
the
she'll
water
do
from
what
the
I say.
fridge.
That builds investment
God, you
when
got
I
me
ask her to
water.
do something and she does it, and then I kiss her and reward her for doing that, right? All right. Hey guys, today I'm gonna talk to you about a very big issue that most guys have, and that is that they waste their energy on and time, of course, very, very important. They waste their time and their energy on things that produce very little results. And this goes for dating, this goes for life in general, like dating, relationships, financial, basically making money, and all types of things. And even health, like even fitness, getting results in the gym. In every aspect of life, I see guys, they they bust their ass for very little or mediocre results. One of the most important ones is in dating apps. Most guys don't even get that many matches, and yet they keep using dating apps, right? So that's another problem that we have. Why do they do that? They're using dating apps and they get like a few matches, and then maybe after they swipe and swipe and swipe, they get a few more matches. And if, let's say, they do make their profile amazing. Let's say that this is the perfect type of, like, this guy has worked on himself, everything like that, and then he's gone and he's created like an amazing dating profile, right? And then he has learned how to text girls, he's learned how to text them, all right, and he's done everything. Well, even if he gets a lot of matches, he still has to go. It's still a job for him. It's still like a full-time job for him to message the girls, to uh, convince them to come out, to set up the date, the logistics, to do all this stuff. It's still a whole full-time job. You have to, you have to match the girl. You have to put this all this time into like building a profile. And the thing about the Tinder profile is that it might not even work forever. Like, once you take those pictures, amazing pictures, whatever, you hire like some kind of photographer, or in the current day and age, you have fucking AI pictures that you can get done. You don't even have to do anything. You don't even have to get up off your fucking chair. You can just go on a AI website, and you can just create a bunch of pictures of yourself in amazing situations or whatever. But here's the thing, like, even after doing all that stuff, that profile might not even work for a long time. It might work for like a few months, but after a while it's gonna fizzle out, and you're always running on this treadmill of like trying to test new pictures and trying to do new things to keep up with the competition. But what if I told you? What if I told you that you don't have to do that? What if I told you that there's a different methodology to approaching dating? What if I told you that you can basically configure your profile on dating apps to attract only the girls that are going to be easy to meet up for you specifically? For example, if you were to, if you are to take a certain type of picture and a certain type of bio, it'll attract girls who are down to meet quickly and are actually like super interested in meeting up. They're DTF. They want to meet up quickly. You know, you don't have to text them like, you don't have to entertain. You don't have to gesture max. You know, gesture max. That's what they call it. You don't have to gesture max. You don't have to gesture max. You don't have to like perform for the girl. You don't have to like send 10 different messages, fucking like for like fucking 10 different messages every day trying to like convince her to meet up. You don't have to do these things. What if I told you that there's a method to do that? Well, in my course, we talk about that, but there's an even better level to this. There's an even higher level to this. I actually, in the last few years, I was traveling around different countries, and I'm a full-time digital nomad, by the way. I travel to different countries all the time. I don't ever go back home. I'm just like always hopping between different countries. And I did this in like Colombia. I did this in like different, countries, Asia, Taiwan. In fact, I met this chick in Taiwan. I'll tell you exactly what I did. Um, and actually, you know what? Let me let me pull up my little diagram flowchart thing here so that I can explain it to you in a better way, and then we can proceed from there. Yeah. All right. So I'm gonna describe it to you here. Um, this is my current course, dating app blueprint. Okay, this is my course that shows you how to get girls to come and meet you for dates from dating apps. Okay. Now we have specifically, this course shows you like how to save time on the initial part. Let's say this is like the initial part of it, like you have to sift through all these matches and you have to do all this stuff. So first you have to get the matches. First you have to like, you know, work on your profile and you have to do all this stuff, right? That actually attracts girls. You have to like create a profile that actually attracts girls, like pictures, bio, everything like that. Making sure the pictures, none of the pictures are like gonna turn the girl off, and all this different stuff. You have to do that. So that's a bunch of time investment right there, right? So that's time investment. Let's just say this is the initial part of the process. Then you have to like, then you have to message each match, and you have to like uh, translate those matches into dates, and that requires skill and experience, and it requires a bunch of time from you, which becomes a full-time job. Then you have to manage the date. Then you have to make sure that you can close the girl when she actually meets up with you. So the scheduling back and forth thing, like to get the girl to meet up, that is going to take a bunch of time, which is similar to text game, I guess. It's the same thing as text game. Then you have to, you have to meet up with her, and then you have to actually like convert her, which is gonna take like an hour or two out of your day. It could take even longer. You don't even know, like if you're gonna have to like bounce her around, you're gonna have to escalate. Maybe it'll take 2 dates. You don't know. Like maybe she's a virgin. Maybe you can't fuck her on the first date. Maybe you have to wait like 2 or 3 dates to fuck her. It doesn't. You don't know what the circumstances are always. So and then you have the relationship management. That's like the next level here that wastes a bunch of time, right? So the main thing that I've noticed is that guys waste a lot of time in all of these four phases or whatever, right? um, Now what if you had a way to do none of that, like none of the work, and just get the results? In fact, the main problem with this model is that you are trying to compete for women, right? You're trying to compete for them. They're not trying to compete for you. Okay, that's the main problem here. In the regular dating app model, it's the women that are that you're competing for the women in those circumstances. So the women get to pick and choose who they want to go out with. What if I told you that you can actually do something else? You can actually run ads to meet women. Okay, I've done this since like 2020, basically. I've done this in many different countries, and what I was doing was I had like a little website here. I had a little website, and I had my pictures, and I had my bio, okay? And it wasn't like a short bio, it was like a very long form. Like I was able to convince the girl, hey, these are the things, this is what's about me and stuff. So I'm laying out my standards on this page, right? Exactly what I want in a woman. And then I run traffic to that page. I run traffic from whatever, social media, whatever. Doesn't matter what it is. It's just social media. Okay? I'm running traffic from social media to this page. And, from there, the girl fills out an application. All right? So then application is filled out by the girl to meet me, and I get an email message saying that a new girl has applied to meet me. Now there are and here's the thing, not all girls like qualify, so there are flags that in this system, there are flags that will toss the applications to a no pile and a yes pile, okay? That you want to meet up with her. You're automating the so girls are coming in to meet you, like they're coming in onto your page, and you're converting them into leads basically. And what you're doing is you're sorting them into a yes bucket and a no bucket. Yes, I want to go out with this girl, or no, I don't want to go out with this girl, right? So you're doing that, and when she gets a yes, when she gets a no, she's going to see a page, your application has been rejected, right? When she says, when the application says yes, she's going to see, hey, Sean has accepted your application. Here's his contact details, his phone number, his whatever you want to put in, like your phone number or your like Line account, because in Asia they use Line. So yeah, you tell her that on the thank you page. This is a thank you page, the final part of the process, the thank you page. TY. All right, so once you do that, you are now you're the prize. You're the one that women are competing for right here. You're the top. And the woman cannot go to a different guy's profile and just ignore you. You're the only guy on your website, so she doesn't have any other immediate options to swipe left on and swipe right on and stuff, because you're driving her to your website directly, right? So you're using direct response marketing tactics here to meet women. And I'll tell you this, I've made it work, and it works, but you just have to spend some money on advertising costs. It works especially well in cheap countries like Colombia. I did it in Colombia. Brazil, it works really well in Taiwan. Taiwan was not expensive, but I still got a chick to meet up over there. I even have the text messaging and everything like that. I might go over that in a different video, but it works anywhere else. Anywhere where it's like cheap ad costs is great to do it. You could also do it in the US, by the way. You could do this in America, you could do this anywhere, but it'll cost more because the advertising costs, you'll be competing with advertisers or like, advertising space. So it could cost, but you don't have to you don't have to spend so much. You don't have to like drive thousands of women to your page. You just need like a few hundred per day, maybe. So it's not really like it's gonna be that costly, anyways. Um, but yeah, this is the method that I've discovered is genius to meet women without exerting a bunch of time on all this bullshit that goes with the dating app process, you know? But of course, if you want to get results on dating apps, that's a great way, but realize that you are wasting time that could be used on working on your financial life or working on other areas of your life to improve your life in other ways. You don't have to like, the problem with this model here is that there's opportunity cost, and opportunity cost means the time that you're spending on trying to acquire leads, trying to close leads, trying to do all this stuff could be spent doing other stuff with your time. You could be traveling, you could be partying, you could go out all the time like doing other stuff. You could be running a business, you could be focusing on a business, you could be doing other things with your time that you don't need to be doing. You know, with this model here, you have girls coming directly to your landing page, your website. They're filling out a survey to meet you, and they're, you know, there's a thank you page that says, "Hey, thanks for applying. You've been congratulations, you have been accepted." Okay, so now the paradigm has completely reversed. It's been flipped. What you're getting here is you are the prize. The woman is qualifying to you and your standards. You get to choose what you want. Do you want a girl who smokes? Okay, you don't want a girl who smokes. You reject her if she says that she smokes. If you want a girl that isn't like ran through, you can ask how many guys have you been in relationships with, or how many guys have you been with, or something like that. Of course, you have to frame things in a certain way, and that's my patented process about how to do it, you know. Because if you do it the wrong way, you're gonna waste a bunch of money and not get any leads, or you're just gonna get busted girls, or you're gonna run into other issues, and all these different things could happen. You could turn off the girl mid-process. You don't know exactly what the process is. I have tested a process over the years, and this is a patented process. No one's gonna be able to copy this. Like the dating app blueprint was copied by a certain someone. This particular method is going to be protected, and no one can go out there and just like copy it. All right, so this method is called, I've called it the dating app mastery. All right, well, let me put that. This method is called dating ads mastery, I should say. Dating ads mastery. This is a new course that I'm coming out with. And before I come out with the course, I also want to first run the ads for clients and see, you know, if I can make them happy with the results that I get them. So what we would do is we would run traffic to your own little landing page like this, and we would run traffic so that you get leads on autopilot, dating leads, like girls coming in to meet you and date you on autopilot. You save a bunch of time. You don't have to like swipe girls. You don't have to do all this bullshit chasing around. Girls are chasing you instead. Okay, so dating ads mastery. This will be a new course that we are looking at releasing. And also, this is like a course, but like before we run the course, before we create the course, we're going to try to get clients onboarded and try to do like a done for you services, where I go and I do the work for you and create the assets for you, and we run traffic for you on a month to month basis. So yeah, this is a good idea that I've had like for a long time, but I haven't really gotten into it. I'm thinking of getting into it now, so I would like you guys, if you're interested in this, to comment below in the YouTube comments. And also, if you really are like interested in this, go to my website, autopilotdates.com, and submit like a form or like subscribe to my list, and then email me directly, like replying to my emails. Email me directly and let me know if this is something that you want, and like we can get on the phone and we can discuss this. But yeah, so my thing about this video, I wanted to discuss like how much time men waste like just like chasing girls. It's just ridiculous. I've seen this happening like all the time nowadays. Like they're just like chasing women, and dating apps suck your time as a man, and they like leave you broke. And I've seen this so many times. I've seen this. This is a huge problem in the dating market right now. Is that guys are like chasing women um, non-stop through methods that consume too much time, and you know, uh, go here's like the time consumption, and like even my course that's like called Dating App Blueprint, even this fixes the problem, because at least you're getting matches that are DTF and wanting to meet you, instead of getting a bunch of matches that are just gonna like flake or ghost and are not going to meet you ever. They're just like wasting your time. There's a lot of girls that go on these dating apps. They go on there just to just for fun, just for like validation, just because they think it's funny to mess with guys or something like that, or just to like because they have nothing better to do with their time, right? They want validation, they want like clout or something, or they want like followers for their OnlyFans or some stupid shit, and all this other nonsense that you want to avoid. So how do you avoid that? You go to Dating App Blueprint and you apply my concepts to get only the girls with you that are actually interested in you, not these other chicks who are wasting your time. Now that's a more bold way to do it, but like that is how my course is structured, Dating App Blueprint is structured. The other way is this way here, running ads to meet women. I recommend that very highly, but you need to have money to be able to throw into the advertisements and everything like that. So yeah, if you're still down with the apps and you want to get results on the cheap with just paying for Tinder and dating apps and all these other stuff, then you can do Dating App Blueprint, which would be my course on helping you do that. But if you want to take it a step further and automate your dating life to like a certain extent where you're not even doing anything, you're just like the guy that girls are applying to meet, you know, to meet, which is like a different level of like, it's a different level. Like you are doing nothing and you have like girls coming into your inbox wanting to date you. That's a different level. And I might actually like show what my setup looked like when I was doing this a few months ago or last year, because I didn't do it for a long time because it does cost money. So yeah, I might share that in a different video. Um, but yeah, the thing here I don't want to like talk about. Let me see this shit. Hang on. I have some notes written here on my phone. But even then, yeah, even like here's the thing. So I actually invented a new way to me. Yeah, running ads into a passive funnel. This is like the thing. So that's pretty much it. That's all I wanted to discuss in this video. Is if you guys are like interested in still using dating apps but still saving time, Dating App Blueprint is the right fit. If you have money to spend and you want to run ads to meet women and do nothing and just like have them flowing into your inbox, and screening out the red flag girls that you don't really want, like, what I'm saying? Like if they have bad behaviors, or if they've been ran through or whatever red flag that you want to avoid. This is the method right here, that running ads to meet women, and I am open to doing a consulting arrangement with you guys. Of course, spots will be limited because my time does not scale. Once we validate that this works for a lot of guys, then I will turn it into a course potentially, but like until then we are still testing this for multiple clients. So that's pretty much it for this video, and I just wanted to talk about this, and I'll see you guys in the next one.